Have you ever wondered why female pleasure sometimes seems like a difficult mystery to unravel? What works one moment may not work the next, and what pleases one woman may not have the same effect on another. The truth is that female pleasure doesn't follow a fixed formula, but rather a constantly changing code. In this video, we'll explore how to understand these nuances, how emotional connection and preparation are crucial, and how techniques, such as A/B testing, can transform the sexual experience into a journey of discovery and complicity. If you want to become a lover who is more attuned to your partner's needs, this video is for you. Why connection and foreplay can be the key to female pleasure. Emotional connection and preparation are fundamental to any satisfying sexual experience. Female pleasure is deeply linked to the brain and the release of hormones such as oxytocin and dopamine, which create a feeling of pleasure and intimacy. Studies show that mental and emotional stimulation can be just as important as physical stimulation, and time dedicated to foreplay activates these responses in a woman's body. Before any technique is applied, it is essential that the partner is completely relaxed and aroused. The female body is complex and often takes time to reach an ideal state of arousal, ranging from 20 to 40 minutes. During this time, practices such as erotic massage, a bath for two, or whispering sensual words can help to awaken the senses and create a climate of desire. This process goes beyond the physical, as it also reduces stress and insecurities, releasing emotional blocks that can inhibit pleasure. Creating an intimate environment where the woman feels desired and safe makes her body respond more receptively. Exploring her body with touches, kisses, and caresses shouldn't just be seen as preparation for sex, but as a ritual that strengthens intimacy and the bond between the couple. When there is trust and a deep emotional connection, pleasure becomes more intense. The G-spot, located on the anterior wall of the vagina, can provide intense pleasure, but the woman needs to be completely involved in the experience for this stimulation to be effective. For this reason, any attempt to stimulate this area should only be done after a period of foreplay and open communication. Knowing what she likes, what turns her on, and respecting the female body's timing are crucial steps for a pleasurable and satisfying encounter for both of you. A/B testing in sex, the technique that can change everything in bed. The concept of A/B testing, widely used in marketing and product development, can be a revolutionary tool in intimacy. The idea is simple. Compare two different techniques or approaches to find out which one provokes more pleasure. In sex, this means alternating between different stimuli to identify what works best at a given moment. A common mistake is to insist on a technique that has worked before, but for some reason is not generating the same response. The female body is dynamic, and what is effective one day may not have the same effect the next. For example, when stimulating the G-spot, you can start with light circular touches and then try the classic "come here" movement, which involves a slight curving of the fingers towards the anterior wall of the vagina. If one of the methods doesn't seem to be working, changing the rhythm or pressure can awaken new sensations. This comparison technique can also be applied to other erogenous zones, such as the clitoris, nipples, and neck. Multiple stimuli, such as alternating between suction and delicate touches on the clitoris, can create new combinations that maximize pleasure. The key to successful A/B testing is continuous communication. Being attentive to your partner's verbal and bodily reactions is essential, but asking her directly what she prefers creates an atmosphere of complicity and exploration. In addition, testing different intensities and variations in speed allows you to adapt the experience in real time. This approach turns sex into a joint learning process, where both partners evolve and connect more deeply. The right movements. How to find the technique that works for her. When exploring different stimulation techniques, it's essential to understand that each woman has a unique anatomy. and small variations can intensely influence pleasure. The angle and depth of the G-spot varies from woman to woman, and some may have areas of greater sensitivity in regions that others do not. Therefore, alternating between lateral and vertical movements is not just a matter of variety, but a way of mapping out and understanding how her body responds to different stimuli. Circular or zigzag movements can also reach different nerve endings and intensify pleasure. In addition, combining rhythms is a powerful tool. Starting with soft, slow touches creates a level of anticipation, while gradually increasing pressure and speed can generate a more intense climax. This variation helps prolong arousal and avoids desensitizing the area. Don't underestimate the role of external touch during internal stimulation. Stimulating the clitoris simultaneously or caressing areas such as the thighs and breasts creates a multi-sensory experience that amplifies pleasure. Observing your partner's breathing, moans and hip movements during each variation allows you to make adjustments in real time, ensuring that the experience adapts to her needs at that moment. This approach, which blends technique, patience and sensitivity, transforms sexual intercourse into a personalized and deeply satisfying experience. The power of feedback: how to adjust and heighten pleasure during sex. Feedback is essential for a more connected and pleasurable sexual experience. However, it doesn't always manifest itself verbally and directly. That's why it's crucial to pay attention to non-verbal signals, such as the arching of the body, changes in the rhythm of breathing, shaking hands or legs, and pelvic movements that indicate growing arousal. Similarly, subtle retractions, hesitation or body stiffness can signal discomfort. Understanding this body language allows for delicate adjustments without interrupting the moment. Some women may find it difficult to express what they feel or want, whether due to shyness, insecurity, or fear of judgment. Creating an environment where feedback is welcome requires sensitivity and communication outside of the sexual act. Comments like, "I love it when you guide me," or "I want to know what you like," can help open up this space. During sex, light, affirmative questions such as, "Is that good?" "Do you like this rhythm?" or "Do you want me to keep going like this?" offer an opening for feedback without breaking the intimacy. This practice not only improves the real-time experience, but also builds a dynamic of complicity, where both feel free to explore. Adapting to your partner's needs strengthens the emotional bond, showing that her pleasure is a constant priority, and transforms each encounter into an opportunity for joint discovery and growth. Double pleasure: how to combine stimuli for explosive orgasms. For many women, orgasm is most easily achieved through stimulation of the clitoris, a structure with more than 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as there are in the penis. This extreme sensitivity makes the clitoris the center of female pleasure and is crucial in most orgasms. The combination of internal and external stimulation can amplify this experience, creating intense and long-lasting sensations. Stimulating the G-spot while keeping the focus on the clitoris increases the chances of multiple or consecutive orgasms, a response possible for many women when stimulation is maintained after the first climax. Practical tips include using vibrators during penetration or manually stimulating the clitoris in conjunction with G-spot stimulation. Try varying between circular touches and pressure movements, or use your tongue to complement the stimulation, creating a complete sensory experience. Another technique is the "on your back with him on top" position, where the pelvis is higher, making it easier to combine stimuli. Being attentive to your partner's reactions and adapting in real time is essential. Ask softly during the act, "Do you like it like this? Or do you want me to continue like this?" This continuous exchange strengthens intimacy and increases pleasure. Exploring and mixing different stimuli reveals new layers of pleasure, transforming each experience into a deeper and more memorable encounter. Aftercare. the secret that strengthens intimacy after sex. After an intense sexual experience, aftercare is an essential moment that often goes unnoticed, but which can be the key to strengthening emotional bonds and deepening intimacy. Orgasm, especially for women, can trigger a sense of vulnerability, and aftercare acts as an emotional soother, helping to dispel any discomfort and reinforcing the emotional connection. This after-sex care involves not only gentle caresses or hugs, but also more creative and intentional gestures, such as preparing a hot drink, sharing relaxing music, or even taking a bath together. Being present, listening and appreciating the moment allows your partner to feel seen and desired, not only during sex, but also afterwards. Exchanging affectionate words or a brief conversation about what you both enjoyed reinforces the feeling that sex was a shared experience, not just a physical act. This mutual care increases the feeling of emotional security, promoting greater openness for future interactions. In addition, aftercare is an opportunity to strengthen the couple's self-confidence. Knowing that there is a supportive and welcoming space allows the partner to explore new dimensions of sexuality without fear or judgment. By investing in these small gestures of affection and care, you create a cycle of trust that over time transforms sex into a richer, deeper, and more satisfying experience. We've come to the end of this journey about female pleasure and the different ways to explore it with sensitivity and attention. We've seen how connection, communication, and experimentation are fundamental to building a rich and satisfying sexual experience for both of us. By applying techniques such as A/B testing and valuing aftercare, you not only increase pleasure, but also strengthen the emotional bond. If this content has brought you valuable insights, please like it, share it, and keep following our channel for more topics that unveil the universe of intimacy and relationships. See you in the next video.